Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today as we get into video number 2 on what is the 4th anniversary of Younes Talks Football. It's today. If you didn't catch video number 1, you can check it off right here where I go into detail on that. But happy anniversary to all of us. 4th anniversary of Younes Talks Football. Bring on number 5. It's going to be a good one. Anyway, well, I hope it's going to be a good one. If Chelsea can win games and actually, improve, then it will be a good year on Younes Talks Football. That's what I'm asking. So, anyway, let's wait and see. Over the past 4 years, we've had some good moments on here. We've won the Champions League. We've won a Super Cup, won a Club World Cup. We've seen all that reaction. We've done watch-alongs for them. It was good times. And we've seen the depths of hell. We've been through, Tuchel getting sacked. We've been through Graham Potter. We've been through Frank Lampard's little stint that didn't go well. We've been through Poch. We've gone through every single possible phase you could ask. So let's hope we've got good times coming up. Anyway, make sure you catch video number 1, and don't forget to make sure you're subscribed over here and hit the notification bell on to make sure you're up to date with all the uploads as they come. Let's get into the latest. What's happened since earlier on up until now? Well, let's get into the latest on Andrey Santos, because Fabrizio has clarified what's going on and he's on his way. Here it is. Andrey Santos will return to Strasbourg on loan after going on US tour with Chelsea. Deal done. Borussia Dortmund and more clubs keen on signing him, but Andrey spoke to Liam Rossignol about style of play implemented at Chelsea and Strasbourg. Andrey, big part of Chelsea future plans, as that's him training with the current Chelsea team. This I'm all in favour of. I've no problem. I've got no problem with this. So now basically we've got Ugochukwu going off, it seems. We've got Santos going off. This does raise a question. It does raise a question about a certain someone. Does Gallagher stay? We have to ask that, don't we? Because when you're looking at the midfield options now, if we don't have Ugochukwu, he's going out on loan. We don't have Santos like we didn't have him last season. Are we going to sell Gallagher? And then leave it only till Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia, maybe Dewsbury Hall? Because Dewsbury Hall is normally an attacking midfielder. He would have to come deeper to fill in as one of those, whether it's a double pivot or a 6 or whatever. Gallagher can do that job, but are we only going in with like the 4 names I've mentioned, or is Gallagher going to be a part of them? We'll see. Now, this is why all of these names, Santos going on loan and getting minutes, I've got no problem with. No problem with. I don't think Santos will be, I don't want to say ready, because we genuinely don't know. But the names that I've mentioned are all going to be ahead of him in the pecking order. So it's only right that Santos goes and gets one more loan. I think that would be fair. At the end of next season, we can assess and see if he's ready to come into the Chelsea team properly. And we'll see the season that everyone else has as well, and we can take it from there. So Santos going off back to Strasbourg, completely cool with, no problem. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you agree with this, I know some of you are going to say, no, I would have liked him play for Chelsea. I think he will eventually. He will. I think he's in the plan. But he's not there yet. So we'll wait and see. So let me know your thoughts on that one. Let's move to Kepa. What's the latest on Kepa? Fabrizio's clarified this. Kepa is rejecting big money for Real Madrid. He wants to return even as a backup goalkeeper. I'm baffled here. Since when was Kepa cool with being number 2? Since when? If not, he'd still be at Chelsea. I don't understand. What's going on? He's rejected big money. That equals he's rejected Saudi, right? Surely, because no one else is paying big money for Kepa. Let's be honest. We did. But aside from us, who else? No one. So, Kepa waiting for Madrid. He wants Madrid. He wants to stay there. And you know what? I don't blame him. It's Real Madrid at the end of the day, right? I don't blame him. But to just settle as number 2, knowing you're going to be a backup, well, if that's the case, you might as well come back to Chelsea, mate. Would you rather him or Sanchez? Now, that's a debate I'd like to have. Anyway, that's the latest on Kepa. And yeah, it's a weird one. It's a surprising one. But look, as long as it gets him off our books, we can get him sold, Real Madrid pay the money, we will be very happy. That's it. So, let me know your thoughts on that one. The latest on a certain striker which we need to know about. Here it is. Paris Saint-Germain are already planning to advance on Victor Osimhen deal next week. New round of talks with Napoli while the player gave his green light to PSG, as reported days ago. Osimhen not even on the bench for Napoli friendly today. Now, this doesn't surprise me. There's been a few friendlies. I think Man United won today. I think Tottenham won as well. But anyway, pre-season. Osimhen not even being involved in any Napoli activity whatsoever doesn't surprise us. We knew, and he's been promised this, that when it got to this summer, he'd be sold. So he's waiting for his move away. Who is it going to be? Now, that was the big question. Up until recently, it's PSG that are front of line. So, PSG, get this done, please, right? Please, get this done ASAP. I would have loved if it was Chelsea going in for Osimhen, but it's not going to be. So, please, PSG, go and get Osimhen. That way we can sell Lukaku. ASAP. PSG, come on. Get yourselves moving. Hurry up. Get this done. That way, we can get Lukaku gone once and for all. So, let me know your thoughts on that one. I want to ask you, how do you think Osimhen would do at PSG? I think he'll do really well. I think that league will suit him to a T, if I'm being completely honest. I think he'll suit PSG really, really well. I think he'll find it harder in Italy than he will in France. Or he would have found it harder in Italy than he will in France. Right? Because I think the defences that he's going to come up against in Italy are better than the ones he's going to come up against in France. So I think he's going to find his way. So let's wait and see. Anyway, let me know. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know down below. Much appreciated. What do you think? Now, this is interesting. Arsenal fans, you're going to want to listen to this. Here's the latest on Calafiori, and it gets interesting. Let me tell you, it gets very interesting. Check this out. Arsenal and Bologna have reached an agreement for Riccardo Calafiori after breakthrough revealed earlier. Understand fee is 40 million euros plus 5 million euro add-ons and sell-on clause. Final step needed, Basel and Bologna to agree 50% sell-on payment terms. Then here we go. So, there's that. Also, David Ornstein earlier on told us that Arsenal accelerating move to sign Riccardo Calafiori from Bologna. Arsenal now progressing situation, plus working to complete ASAP, especially with other clubs looking for similar profile. 22-year-old Italy international, top defensive target for Mikel Arteta. But, did you know that we already have confirmation that the deal has been done? And he's on his way. And he is basically an Arsenal player now. We don't need to wait for an actual here we go. We don't need to wait for David Ornstein. Because we've heard it from Benedetta Boemi. Who's that, you may ask? His missus. Well, his ex, I think. Check this out. Calafiori's ex-girlfriend has just announced he's joining Arsenal. And yes, she's put this, I believe, on TikTok. She put out a statement basically saying that it looks like they've decided to break up. There was a certain video of Calafiori going around at some sort of party or something. And it seems like she's not so sure about him, if he's been cheating or something, but she confirms at the end of this statement that I will not tolerate any kind of hate towards me or him. I wish him all the best as he joins Arsenal. He has all my support. So, we've heard it here first from his own missus, or, well, ex, because like it's mentioned in that statement, it looks like they've broken up because she's done with him. I don't know. Maybe she doesn't want to travel to London. Maybe, because I've seen the video that's in question, and I got to be honest, it's not exactly cheating, but it raises questions. You never know what's been done off camera now, do you? That's the thing. Now, there's a thing at Arsenal. Everyone's in relationships. There's no like single players apparently. I've read on this. Havertz got married as well. Congrats to Havertz. But he's going to be probably the only single one if he's not with his missus anymore. So, yeah, I'm sure Mikel Arteta will get him hooked ASAP in one way or another. But, yeah, his soon-to-be ex has basically confirmed that he's gone to Arsenal. And she will not be joining him in London. So, that's that. Calafiori is basically a gooner at this point. That's the confirmation we needed. So let me know your thoughts on that one. I think that's a good signing for Arsenal. I think that's a very good signing. I did mention on Twitter earlier on, because there was a rumour, I mentioned this earlier on, that Nico Williams was also linked, but it depends on Barcelona. Now, I got to be honest, I'm starting to get the feeling that, yes, Calafiori's gone to Arsenal, but Nico Williams will not. I think Nico Williams is going to Barca. It just seems like it's nailed on. I'll be surprised if it doesn't happen. But here's Fabrizio Romano. Sergio Roberto, considering options as free agent as he's expected to leave Barca this summer. Barcelona priority target for right-back position remains João Cancelo. He's also waiting for Barca. Full focus on Nico Williams now. Then Barca will move for the other targets. So there we are. It's going to happen. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's the latest on Nico Williams, basically. He's going to Barca. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. Let me know your thoughts on that one. And to be honest, if he goes to Barca, it doesn't really do anything for me. It's expected. It's a big club. He's moved from a Spanish team to a Spanish team. It's not the end of the world. If he goes to Arsenal now that affects us completely, because that's a direct competitor. But Barcelona, listen, mate, you do what you want. You do what you want. Now, PSG are also trying to get this certain player that Manchester United also want. So they're in the way, is what I was trying to say. Here it is. Paris Saint-Germain have sent official proposal for João Neves after personal terms agreed. Benfica president Rui Costa says there's a proposal for João. Yes, we are discussing the amount. I never said that João would leave only for 120 million euros, said Rui Costa. But hang on, that's a weird one, because that's what we heard Man United were told, no? No? Unless United sources have been lying now. Anyway, looks like Man United have bigger problems. They've got PSG to deal with, and I don't think they're going to beat PSG in the transfer market, if I'm being completely honest. PSG didn't want Lenny Yoro, so it is what it is. They've got him instead. But they want João Neves, they're getting João Neves. That's how I see it. But Man United have also been told by another club that you ain't getting this guy. Who? This geezer. Everton have informed Man United they have no intention of selling Jared Braithwaite this summer. Regardless of Friedkin takeover collapse, Everton would only consider deal if valuation met. Man United retain interest, but only if asking price drops. It's not happening. Everton, I don't believe, are going to let that valuation drop, especially in the financial turmoil that they're in. They're still chasing a takeover. They've had more collapses than Wolves. If you remember Wolves, you'd get the joke. Listen, the Everton takeover needs to go through by someone for them to be able to know what business they're going to do to allow this sort of deal to go through. If not, listen, Man United are going to have to pay the money. They're not going to accept 50 or 60 million, Everton. But Man United want to pay that instead of 70. It's not happening. So United might need to do some more shopping, which I believe they've already done. I don't believe they're getting Braithwaite whatsoever. I believe they're getting De Ligt. I think their centre-back acquisitions will be Yoro, De Ligt. Done. Not Braithwaite. He's staying at Everton. That's my prediction. So that's that. Let me know your thoughts on that one. And there's a very interesting development here. This one is very interesting as we end. Check this out. Brighton have rejected an £8 million offer from Napoli for Billy Gilmour. A sale still possible, but Brighton want in the region of 12 million. This would be a great move for Billy Gilmour. I think he would cook in Italy. Italian football, I think he would thrive. Why? Because in Italy, you get more time on the ball. You get more time. The game's slower. It's not significantly slower, but those extra milliseconds that you get will suit a player of his profile completely. And I believe the Italian league isn't as brutal He's used to Premier League football. I think he's fast enough, quick enough. He's got a great intelligent brain. I think on the ball, Billy Gilmour's fantastic. The only thing that lets him down is his size. He hasn't got the physicality in order to dominate his space. In England, he'd get flipping, we've seen it. He's great on the ball and he thinks quick, so he gets himself out of situations. We've seen that for Chelsea and for Brighton. But the Premier League, sometimes he can just get overpowered because the poor guy is like, He's like 4'2". But in Italy, more time to think, more time to execute, more time to know what you're going to do. I think that suits him to a T. So I think this would be a great move for him if he was to go to Serie A. And if he does, good luck. And look, 8 million, 12 million, I think Napoli, if they really want to get that done, they'll get it done. So we'll wait and see. Do you think he will do well in Serie A? Do you think he'll do well in Napoli? If he does head out there, let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow for maybe another one or maybe another two. So make sure you guys are here for that one. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell on to be notified once I've uploaded. Don't forget to smash like button if you have enjoyed this as well. Check out the socials on the screen and in the description. Second channel, link in the description too. Make sure you are subbed over there. Brand new video coming in the coming week, and it's going to be a good one. It's one you're not going to want to miss. So make sure you guys are there. Much appreciated, and I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.